Another one. Another one. Touchdown Jags! Ball game!
Another Jags podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to another Jags podcast, episode 68.
68.
We're just cruising right along.
Yeah.
We're here.
Not going to slow down.
We're here with Joey and Mike. How are you guys doing?
What's up, boys?
Doing good,
Are
man.
you guys ready for tonight?
As ready as I ever
Are you
am.
going to talk loud into the mic this time so people can hear you? Because everyone's like, man, couldn't really hear that mic guy.
I'm used to getting talked over by you, so.
All right, so welcome to episode 68. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Another Jags Pod, Facebook and Instagram, Another Jags Podcast. Our Facebook subscriptions have like shot up.
They have shot up.
So thanks, Facebook.
We appreciate that, but don't forget YouTube, because
YouTube, yes.
YouTube is probably, I would say, our second most, like, if we're going to interact with you guys, Twitter is obviously the first. You're going to get a response, but YouTube, if you do anything on YouTube, post, whatever, you're going to get a response as well. So those are the two top, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's kind of a dead season for the Jags, but we still have some stuff. Like, we're going to be here and talk. We love talking about the Jags, so we're going to talk about them in the offseason no matter what. They actually started like mini camps, didn't they?
OTAs.
So
Actually, it was started yesterday. Today was a break, and then tomorrow they're back on.
Yes.
Yeah, they're back there.
That's pretty cool.
You see that false pass to Conley?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard all about
Everyone was freaking out because there's like an actual like spiral. Yeah. We're live on YouTube. You can go back and you can watch this on YouTube, or you can watch our recorded one on YouTube. Whatever you want to do. I would rather you watch us, because then you can see us in all of our glory.
I prefer you listen to it so you can't see me at all. But, whatever.
Okay.
To each his own.
So the first thing that I want to ask you guys is, at camp, Ngakoue was there. That was good news. I mean, it's good to see. But let's say, like, you're not a Jags fan. Let's say you're Ngakoue, you're in Ngakoue's camp. Is it a good idea for him to play this year?
Play at all?
Yeah, to like not hold out.
I'm going to let you guys answer that, because I know I'm going to have the opposite opinion of everybody on the planet. So y'all answer that, and I definitely have an opinion.
What do you think?
So by play, you mean just like at all? Pull a Le'Veon Bell or what?
Yeah, just hold out. Contract hold out.
I mean, I don't think
people hold out all the time.
I mean, I guess. Does it work out for them ever, though?
I mean, sometimes they get their contract they're wanting. I mean, is the risk too high for a player to play when he's worth so much?
I think if you set the stage, he's in the perfect position to hold out. Would you disagree?
I think he's in a good position to hold out. I respect the fact that he's not, but I got to think like I'm glad he's not. But I think that I think if I were Ngakoue, I would at least hold out. I wouldn't go to camp. And I would just show up at the preseason. Because you know who he was working out with now? I don't know if y'all saw this. He's working out with David Alexander down in South Florida.
Okay, I did not see that.
Yeah, so he's working out. He's working out with David Alexander. He's a South Florida trainer, and he trains LeBron, Dwayne Wade. He trains actually AJ Boye, and he trains like all kind of guys from the league and from the NBA. Joel Embiid. All these guys. He's probably the most popular trainer.
Is this like tied into like IMG Academy at all? Or?
No, he's down in like actual like South Florida.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, no, but he's a good trainer, and he was posting videos of Ngakoue like getting after it, and we all know Ngakoue gets after it. Like we see those videos over and over again. But he's training with a really good trainer. I say all this to say, like, I feel like if I'm Ngakoue, I don't show up to OTAs. Because he knows what he's worth, and if he's planning on playing, at least come to the preseason or just go to where I don't know, but. I feel like the guy's risking a lot because injuries are so prevalent in the NFL nowadays. It's just...
You don't think taking that time off affects him more? I know you're still going to be training, but...
Yeah, no, I don't think so. But I mean, I understand the argument.
Des Bryant, he took some time off, comes back in the first week, blows his Achilles out.
Yeah, so it was like forced time, like later in his career.
Yeah. I mean,
Ngakoue's in his prime. And I have to agree that it's scary that he's out there doing things that he could roll an ankle or like blow something out, like just unintentionally in some random thing. But I'm not worried about that guy not being ready to play, because he always has been. He's earned that spot. And dude, the guy's an adult. He's a pro. The fact that he stepped in, he's showed up, and his response to everything was fantastic. He said, hey, listen, I'm a football player. I'm here to play football. All that stuff is my agent's job. I'll let my agent do his job. But basically, I've shown that I need to get paid. I mean, he kind of said it like perfectly. And he showed up. If he hadn't showed up, that shows like you're not a team guy. He showed up because he wants to be a captain. Make that guy captain.
I respect the crap out of him.
Yeah.
I mean that's a grown man move.
It is a grown.
It really
man
is,
move.
and I respect it. And I
it
like
is risky.
It is risky.
It is risky.
I wish he would sit out, honestly.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because I just have flashbacks of Dante Fowler and all these guys, and it's just like, man,
With
like
our look, yeah, God knows.
so. I respect the crap out of you, Ngakoue, though. I gotta
think the
say.
side question on that would be: is there any doubt that he is signed before preseason?
It behooves the team to wait and see a couple games to see which Ngakoue they're getting. 2018
Is it,
Ngakoue.
though? Wait, if he explodes, it's just going to drive the cost up more. I mean, you know what you're getting.
He's already a max player.
Yeah. I mean,
He can't go any higher, in my opinion.
I mean, at that point, though,
guaranteed money can.
yeah. At that point, they don't sign him and they franchise him, and then you got a disgruntled player that did everything right for
Yeah,
the team.
no, you can't.
Dude, you make that guy defensive captain.
Yeah.
You pay him.
Yeah,
I have no doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then the Jags have their head up their, proverbial places.
yeah. It's just
Also, unless it's pass rush, so I couldn't. Hopefully, not see him letting him go. Yeah.
just a lot of things to consider. I think they will sign him to a max deal, and then I really am proud of Ngakoue for what he's doing.
He's a beast.
Let me ask you about this. There was an NBC Sports article that came out written by Dalton Johnson.
Oh, the Dalton Johnson.
The Dalton Johnson. I'd never heard of him, but he's for NBC Sports, and it was on Yahoo Sports. And he says Raiders questioned if Josh Allen, quote, had enough dog in him, and that's why they didn't draft him.
Really?
So what are your thoughts on that?
I saw that. Pretty stupid, but I mean,
you're from the get go. You were all in on him, Mike.
I like him, but I mean, I don't.
Is
Who
that not?
knows what he showed in interviews? I mean, a lot of things can happen.
But dogging him's not interviews. Dogging him is like looking at tape, right?
Yeah, I mean, he may not like to enjoy like ripping people's heads off, and like Clellan Ferrell was like, I like to rip people's heads off, and then that's probably what John Gruden liked. I don't know.
I don't trust the Raiders under any.
That's John Gruden.
Yeah.
That's a different. It's not the typical Raiders though. It's
but they're still making typical Raiders decisions. I mean,
yeah, but I mean,
there's nothing about that guy's tape, his body, his size, his attitude, anything he's shown that doesn't show that he is not just the ultimate football player.
Yeah, 17 sacks in the SEC. I don't necessarily agree with that.
And on a team that has to play like it's not a great SEC team.
Yeah, 10 wins.
Yeah.
For Kentucky is insane.
I mean, he calls that. Watch Kentucky next year.
yeah.
So I mean, I think that's absolutely just fake news. That's whatever. Good job, Raiders. You're gonna suck again. You moved to Vegas and whatever.
Should I have this Red Bull turned out, and then we try to get a Red Bull sponsorship?
I think we might.
They
wanna get-
sponsor everything.
They were going for
they do.
the Nas energy drink.
No, we're going like we can go on Red Bull TV.
I like Nas. Nas is actually my favorite, so
Oh, wow.
I have to agree with that. We got to
had
go to the
some
mango.
recently.
We have a buddy who like loves Nas energy
It's
drinks.
the best.
They're
I mean,
something.
it's like 800.
If you like
milligrams of sugar.
drinking like gasoline, then yeah, they're delicious. All right, so there's some people out there that the Jags could get. Okay, and we had, and actually I asked a Twitter question on our Twitter, and we got a lot of response, so we appreciate it from you guys. But basically I asked, and I'm going to ask you guys, who would you rather have on a 1-year deal? Gerald McCoy, Tyreek Hill, Kyle Rudolph, or Eric Berry?
Interesting question. Pretty easy one, I feel like. But
So what do you say?
I agree.
I mean, Hill without the.
Whoa!
suspension
No,
and,
you can't. You can't sell that though.
No, it's
As it is
literally like,
right
yeah.
now.
I would still, you still take the chance on Hill.
Are you kidding me?
On who? Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, for sure.
You bring that mess into our team?
I mean, why not?
I
I know
think
it sucks. It's a shitty situation.
People don't like
70% of the fans would absolutely lose their mind if we signed Tyreek Hill. He's obviously the best player.
Yeah, no. Just looking on forums, the way people are like talking about him, like,
Yeah.
there's no way they could do that.
There's no way.
I mean, a lot
that
of
would
it
be
has
a
come out that his
PR.
girlfriend's pretty crazy, was threatening him and stuff
Sure.
like that. I mean, so I don't know the entire situation, but
Dude,
what he did at Oklahoma State was pretty messed up.
there was a little kid with all kinds of messed up stuff, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, that his mom,
No, but he did plenty of it.
I don't know the entire situation.
I think.
I mean, G.D. Westbrook did the same stuff, I'm pretty sure, at
Like
Oklahoma.
6 years ago, it was like not near as bad, and it's never happened
Saying,
again.
I mean, are we going to, every single player that's ever that happened to, we're not
Our
gonna-
ticket sales would drop by 50% if we signed Tyreek
if we're
Hill.
winning, they're coming right back.
No,
We're
not
saying-
with them.
That's
I
a good
disagree,
point.
man.
I don't know.
Dude,
I mean, honestly, I didn't even think about that because I was like, but now that I'm kind of thinking about it, like, I'm not trying to seem like a crap ball,
Yeah.
but like, dang, dude, having Tyreek Hill here would just blow this offense up.
I would not be a Jags fan anymore.
You wouldn't?
Dude,
you would hardline it like
you guys
that?
literally need to go back and like do your research on the actual facts of that incident.
I guess I don't know.
He lost custody of his.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
let's say he did nothing wrong whatsoever. Let's say the whole thing
Right.
was his girlfriend, who obviously is cray as heck.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So the kid's arm wasn't broken because of him, all that. He lost custody of his kid solely because he wouldn't not let her be around his kid. That's a horrible decision as an adult and a father, period.
Yeah,
that's enough for me to like, dude, I don't want that guy on my team. I don't want that guy anywhere near Jacksonville. So Tyreek Hill out.
Okay. I respect that. For me, I think it's Kyle Rudolph. I mean,
Absolutely.
I think Kyle Rudolph on this offense would just be exactly what Foles needs. And I get Rudolph didn't have a crazy productive year last year, but he also didn't have Nick Foles, who loves tight ends. And I think that if he gets into this offense, he's like exactly what we need. We could, would you guys be okay giving up a third rounder for a 1 year of Kyle Rudolph?
Absolutely.
Like,
I would.
Okay, so this question is from Jet.
So about 69th, like last year's pick, around that area.
Yeah.
Or a little bit later.
Yeah.
Really though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jet Life
I would take that.
Perk 76, and he's at Perk Andretti 76. He wants to know what's the percentage the Jags land Rudolph.
This is a new one, right? This is a new guy.
Yeah, it seems. I think so.
Yeah, we've never seen it before.
Yeah, 0%.
Probably, yeah, 0% chance. Because
Really?
he wants a new contract. I mean, do we give him a contract, another rental, kind of like the Carlos Hyde situation?
Is it up to him completely? He's a complete free agent?
I mean, this
He's
will
got
be
one
yeah,
left.
yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
I don't know. I mean, I would be happy if we could get him. Not so much maybe for his. I mean, he's going to be solid. He's not going to be a flasher, but we do have a tight end that's raw as heck that has the potential to be a flasher. So bring that guy in, let our rookie tight end learn under him for a year. That would be ideal. But
Yeah, our offense would be really good with
yeah,
him here.
absolutely. That would be huge. That would be my favorite pick out of those guys. But if it can't happen because he's demanding, 4 years and like actual.
Well, if they trade him, he
Top tight
doesn't
end
really
money.
have a. I mean, we could just. I mean, would you be fine with him not being re-signed? Would you be fine for renting him for a year, like you said,
Absolutely.
Carlos Hyde,
I would
for a
be-
third round pick?
It's pretty high.
Yeah.
I would be perfectly fine with that because of the fact that we got a tight end that I think could be that guy. But he's not going to be this year. He's going to struggle. He's going to do stuff. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to flash. But he needs somebody like that to come in and show him the ropes.
Yeah, I agree.
He's good, though. Last year, he had like 64 receptions, 640 yards, 4 touchdowns.
I'd take that.
Yeah,
That's our best tight end production in 6-7 years, right?
10 years at least.
10 years, yeah.
Probably.
All right, well, let me just jump to our last thing before the Twitter questions. We're going to get to your Twitter questions here in a second. The Jags worked out Mike Gillislee. Does it do anything for you?
Sorry, I didn't laugh into the mic because I was looking at my phone. But first of all, when that name was thrown around, I immediately thought, wow, must be a middle linebacker from somewhere I've never heard of.
What? You don't know who Mike Gillislee is?
How do you know who Mike Gillislee is?
Because he played at Florida. He was like one of the best
Obviously
running backs.
sucked at Florida
No,
too.
he
No,
did. He was
like the
pretty
first
good.
1,000-yard rushing I've had since Theatric Faison, actually.
And Satcher was not fantastic either.
Good college player, all SEC.
He's a great Fletcher player, but
He was good in college.
yeah,
I mean, he got drafted pretty high by the Vikings.
Okay,
SEC.
point being is I haven't heard of the guy in so long that I forgot about him.
You hadn't heard about Taven Bryan either, so.
And he has not done anything. So prove your point, please. I mean,
You were in a Gator shirt.
dude. I love the Gators, but they don't.
He was a pretty good college player.
Yeah, he was good. He
don't-
was better in the pros, though. He was in college. I'll give.
Yeah, I don't know about
No
that
one
one.
projected him to honestly, no one projected him to kind of stick around like this.
How many yards do you think he has in his career?
In college?
No. How many yards
Oh.
in the NFL do you think he
Are we
has?
talking about Gillislee?
Yeah,
I got it right here.
800.
No, I'll answer it for you. He's got 1,281 yards
Ooh.
His career? Okay.
in his
Yeah.
career.
His total yards or just rushing?
That's rushing yards, and he's got another 103 receiving. So what? 14 something. Dude, I mean, he had 2 decent years, both at Buffalo,
He's
which
good depth.
is pretty,
And Bill
awesome.
Belichick signed him, so that means something.
I like
mean-
Gillislee. Like I take out my Florida fandom, and I like Gillislee.
But he's another guy that's not a power runner. I mean,
He's a power runner.
it's 5'11", 210.
Yeah, but he runs with some power.
He's got, like,
Okay,
pop.
well,
Yeah.
last year with the Saints, he put up, average 4 yards, got 18 attempts. If he was that good, they would use him a little
Yeah,
more.
you're right. I just think he's better than I would rather have him than
My boy Blue.
than Rawls, Thomas Rawls.
Okay, so you're thinking him as our third back?
I mean, we'll see. They haven't signed him yet. They just worked him out, and they still haven't signed him, so it's not a good sign. But I think it'd be cool.
I don't know. I think he's undersized.
Special
I mean,
teams. I think he's a good
Yeah,
player.
special
we need a
Yeah.
power running back.
We got Alfred Blue.
Basically, TJ Yeldon 2.0.
No.
Yeah, he's just like TJ Yeldon.
Runs with more power. I don't think they run the same.
I
Yeldon's a
think-
better receiver.
I
too.
think they're legit like the exact same back. but that's my opinion,
All right.
which is right because it's mine. All right, this question is from Pete, and he's at Coach L Tweets, and he says, who do you think is more likely to have a breakout year among the wide receivers, Chris Conley or DJ Chark?
Ooh, good question.
Actually, a fantastic question.
Pete, my boy Pete knows how to
removed from the Achilles injury. That's
questions.
questions. So
I've seen Chris Conley like a lot around town. Like that boy likes to go out. Like I saw him at Sunrise.
Which in turn means you like to
No, not out like out. I'm talking like I saw him at Sunrise. He was getting a custom surfboard made,
which means he's living at the beach. Which
dancing in the streets. He was walking around dancing in the streets. We saw Rasheem Mathis the other day.
we did.
Yeah,
So we've seen all kind of Jags.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hope to see in a couple more Nick Foles in a few weeks at that conference.
Yeah. We're going to a sweet conference where Nick Foles is going to be there. We're going to get to meet Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Pretty pumped about that. So who's more likely? Who do you think, Conley or Chark? Give us an answer.
Chark really does have the athletic profile to be really good, but I've just heard LSU fans say he doesn't have it. But Conley, he played with Patrick Mahomes last year, and I mean, he played all right. 5 touchdowns, 500 yards. Hopefully it's Chark. I think that's it. If he steps up to like a DJ, like a Cole, like a Keelan Cole level, I think that'd be huge for us. Like Keelan Cole's rookie year, I think that'd be big.
I think Chark has the intangibles, like everything you look for in a wide receiver. So he has the ability to be better. But after last season and the drops that he had, I mean, I think Conley has more like experience. He's played in a high-powered offense. I think Conley's going to do better than him, man, unfortunately, which is sad to say because Chark needs to be better than him.
Yeah, I agree. I think Chark is going to be the guy that does it. I think I'm looking for him to have a good year this year. I think
they both can have good years, though.
I'm not so sold on Conley. I've seen, but I've seen him in an offense with Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, and it's like
there's so many options there. We don't have options.
Still,
like all it takes is Foles. He's new. All it takes is him with connecting with 1 or 2 receivers, and those are going to be the guys. Doesn't matter what you did last year. If he connects with you, and trusts you, that's going to be his guys.
Foles loves throwing it up to those big receivers.
Yeah.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's exciting about this year is like we don't know how the offense is going to be run. We don't know who Foles, who's his guy is going to be.
Someone has to get the catches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you think DD, but what if DD's not his guy? You know, I mean, who knows?
More attention to DD. Yeah.
Do you know what I was looking at the other day? I was looking at the quarterbacks that were free agents signed to multi-year deals. Okay. So there's been only 3 in history, there's only 3 since 2011 that have gotten more than 3-year deal, more than a 4-year deal.
It's what, Keenum?
No.
Kirk Cousins.
The only quarterbacks were in 2012, Peyton Manning got a 5-year, $96 million deal. 2016, Brock Osweiler got a 4-year. You know what's kind of scary is Osweiler and Foles are like the same height and weight.
But they're not the same quarterback.
Listen, they're the same height and weight.
Yes.
Osweiler went to Arizona State. Where did Foles go?
Arizona.
Transferred
from Michigan State, though.
And they're the last 2 quarterbacks to get 4-year deals. They both got kind of similar money.
Osweiler's my hero. Talk about somebody who's like has
really
no legit NFL ability whatsoever to parlay that into the money that he made.
Really, really fun.
Oh yeah, it's prototypical size, strength, and arm, but he can't play the game. But he got paid. Good for you, Osweiler.
We'll see. I thought it was interesting to see that was on there.
You can't say that Osweiler is Foles, man.
Osweiler
Super Bowl MVP.
No, I know. Okay, so this next question is from. Which one do I want to go with here? There's some pretty good ones. Okay, we're going to save those 2 for the end. Okay, so this one's from Darren Frazier. He's at TD Fraser. He says, what is one of your bold predictions for this year? Not necessarily wins and losses.
I'm going to throw out some positive vibes on this one.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Because we need it. I'm going to throw out that Nick Foles, his presence and the fact that he is being a leader, he's showing up at people's houses. Leonard Fournette is going to go for 1,210 touchdowns this year.
I like that.
I like that too. Oh, you had
Foles makes the Pro Bowl.
I like that. That's bold.
Yeah,
but I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
As a vote-in, not an alternate.
As a vote-in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got the Philly vote for him.
That's
the Jag. We'll see. I could see it.
That's
pretty
true.
stout.
That's a good point. Everyone in Philly loves him.
Loves him.
I don't know how bold this is.
You're going to be on the fence with your bolds always. No doubt.
I think we're
Let Jason give you 3 bold predictions.
Let me give you 3 quick bold predictions. No, actually, I think the Jags win the AFC South. Is that bold?
it.
Not wild card, straight up win it?
Straight win the AFC South.
That's bold as heck.
Is that bold? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure because that's how I feel.
I mean, they're like 3rd or 4th on most power rankings right now in the AFC South.
The Colts, yeah, Colts are,
Colts and Houston are definitely.
No,
above
oh
them,
no,
like, everyone.
oh yeah, no, I'm well aware.
yeah.
All right.
So it is bold. I
That's
guess.
very bold.
But do you really? I mean, the Colts. I mean, do they scare you? Do the Texans scare you?
Looks a good coach.
A good coach.
The Colts
Dang, dude,
scare
I
me.
didn't realize he was coaching.
The Colts scare me. Houston does not whatsoever. But Tennessee always beats us, so they scare me until we beat them.
God.
So I mean, I like that. It's a good one.
All right. Well, we have some really good Twitter questions coming up, but before we get to those, we have to take a break because now that we work for Big Cat Country,
Yeah.
we have
Now
to,
that we are big.
now that we're big cats.
Two of
Yes,
us are. Then he's 5'11".
no, that's true. And I look like a giant, I'm sure.
Because we have to put in little breaks for
We do.
commercials.
Which works out very well for
Yeah, I mean we love our Big Cat Country
Yeah.
people. Big Cat Country is awesome.
Yeah, they've been nice to us.
They have. We're the only ones that are recording podcasts, so we're getting a lot of publicity right now.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what you get when you grind, right?
Everybody should check out their forum.
Yeah, we love Big Cat Country, and we love that no one else is doing podcasts, so everyone on their site is coming to us. So thank you. And we use this point, if you are from Big Cat Country, like give us your questions and comments. Like we are a fan show, so you may think like, oh, their opinions suck. They might, but most of the show is actually us like reading your opinions.
Yeah.
So tell us what you think. We will talk about that stuff and we will give your opinions.
And I don't know anything out there that if you ask a question, it will be answered.
Yeah. We'll answer it.
Actually, Jacob didn't get his answer.
Well, you can tell Jacob
Last
that we're sorry. Every once in a while, one slips through the cracks, but we hear about it though. We hear about it, so we're pretty good. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna leave the YouTube live on, and then we're just gonna mute the audio, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Fair enough.
Sound good? All right, it's another Jags podcast. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to another Jags podcast, episode 68. Off season, but not for us.
There's never an off
There's
season.
never an off
It's like
season
the
for
NFL
us.
at this point. I mean, it's year round.
It's what we do. We record every week. So if you haven't followed us yet on Twitter, we're at Another Jags Pod. Facebook, Instagram, Another Jags Podcast. YouTube, we're live. We have a recorded show on YouTube. We have our live show on YouTube. So there's a lot of different ways that you can.
It's almost impossible not to find us.
Yeah, it really is. If you type in Another Jags Podcast on Google, we're like, if you type in Jags Podcast, we're like the first one to come up.
Pops up.
So,
bam.
Enough about us, though. Let's get to you guys, because y'all are the fans. We want to get to more of your questions. And this next question comes from Jason Rat, and he's at RatHCP. And he wants to know, who would be the first Jaguar you draft in fantasy football?
Man, I mean, that's like, there's so many layers of that question. Like, what pick do I have?
Would you take one in the first round?
Fournette is a definite possibility if I'm late in the first round.
You take him in the
Take
first?
the first Jaguar, you take that one.
Yeah, he
For
is.
sure.
I don't know. I mean, if it's second or third round and like running backs have they took a run on him, I might take Foles, dude.
Maybe. Not that early.
I don't think you take anybody
So
but
it's probably taken first.
Okay,
Yeah, Fournette's going to be the first.
Okay, let's rephrase that.
Yeah.
You take anybody but Foles and
No,
Fournette.
The better question, I think, is this.
Okay.
Who goes first, Dede or Foles?
Mm.
It all depends on the draft you're in, how many people. I mean, I would have
Like
no
just
problem.
your standard fantasy draft. Who goes first?
DD, because he's our number one.
I have no problem taking Dede as a second
Dede goes
wide
first.
receiver. I agree.
Yeah. Yep, I would definitely. I'm
Probably
actually,
have all three
But that's
this year.
because of Foles.
yeah, but you don't get the numbers as a quarterback that you do as a wide receiver.
I know, but
You get points per reception.
you also wouldn't
get
take Dede as a first or second wide receiver any
No.
other year.
But
until-
Foles may be a mid-tier quarterback, and Dede's
Sure.
probably a mid-tier receiver, and receivers go before quarterbacks.
Yeah.
That's my only line of thinking.
I haven't won fantasy football in like 7 years, so take that for what it's
Yeah,
worth.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
I really can. All right, so this next question. This next question is from Noah Bennett, and he's at the Noah Bennett. And he says, ask Joey why he doesn't park in his driveway. Is this for convenience or to flex?
Well, no, I'm glad you asked that question. It's a great question because, I mean, I am known for that. Like, everybody knows where we live because of the truck with the airborne sticker on the back. It's actually it's a combination of both. It's actually convenience because it's hard as heck to get anything out of our driveway due to the fence. But also, I mean, it is a classic truck. I mean, it has met the classic truck guidelines at this point.
25 years?
Actually, classic is
30 years?
No. It's classic. There's two different, like, it's a 2001. So it meets whatever that classification is. I can't remember which one is which. But dude, it leaks oil like a beast.
Yeah.
All that horsepower, man. It pushes it all out. So I'm actually not allowed to park that in the driveway though. So thank you for the question.
Okay, this next question is from Patrick Jackson. He's at radius_Johansson. And he wants to know, after upsetting Joey by bringing down the show with last week's question, which he did, because it was like, what was your worst Jaguar memory? And we all just
depressing.
We all went into depression. And he says he's going to make things right this week by asking you, what Jags thing has made you the happiest?
And I did see this beforehand, and this is a great question because I've got a 13-year-old kid, Avon, that, you know, I've been like grooming to be a Jaguar fan since he was like 6 or 7 years old. And multiple games in the past like 10 years we've gone to, and it's like halftime, third quarter, he's like, dude, can we go do something else? The best thing about last year was the Seattle game. Took him to that game, and it was like a playoff game, dude. It was the most amazing thing ever. We won. It was electric, and like literally, he turned to me in the fourth quarter and was like, "Dad, I see why you like football at this point." And that, if you're a dad, if you have a son, that was absolutely amazing. So that was it.
Good one. Good answer. For me, either watching the team run onto the field against the Bills for the first home playoff game in a while, but best answer probably the Steelers divisional game. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Hard to knock that, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's
that whole day was fun.
like, we didn't talk at all before this. Like, I sent you all the questions,
Yeah,
but like, we
there's
didn't
no
talk.
discussion whatsoever.
And legit, I've been a Jag fan my whole life. And my favorite memory is at that Seahawks game. That was one of my favorite games.
It was.
I mean, it was such an amazing game, man. No one expected us to win. We won in like the best way. It was just like,
dude, and it honestly, the stadium was like the hair in the back of my neck was standing up the entire time.
Yeah.
And what it reminded me of was the playoff game against the Dolphins where we put Marino in retirement. And I was there with my dad at that one. And that was
That's
like,
cool.
It was like those two things tied together. And that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why people love sports so much. I
Yep.
mean, it's just awesome when it's awesome.
I agree.
Bonus one for the Hail Mary versus the Texans.
Oh, that was good too. I was there live for that. I think we were there.
No, I wasn't there. I was watching.
I was there live for that.
Watching with a few buddies.
Oh man, that was a good game.
Yeah.
I could throw in like the Jets game last year where we actually beat them when they beat us at home.
No, that Hail Mary game was sick.
Yeah,
I agree.
That
I'm
was
not saying
sick.
that, but I mean, there's
especially versus the
plenty of
Texans.
moments.
Who was that? Gerard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Gerard to Mike Thomas?
Yeah.
Mike,
or
yeah.
Jared Dillard. Yeah,
No, it was Mike Thomas, yeah.
And then the field goal versus the Colts. The long one was like 59.
Yeah, with that Scobie hit.
Scobie.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well, this next question is from Jags Genius. This is my favorite question. And he's at Jags Genius. Or no, Genius Jags. And he says, we've all heard the devastating news last week that James has stepped away from the show for a bit. But just wondering when the James tribute episode will be released.
It's funny because James actually texted me after the episode last week and said, like, how was the 45-minute tribute to me?
So you think this is maybe
I think it might be a James
a
like
burner account?
like a burner account.
Because here's what makes me think that. It says, also, Joey sucks.
Ooh, James, man.
So that's 100% James, right?
At 2 Brute?
That's gotta be.
That hurts, bro.
Yeah. This is definitely his burner.
I'm glad I called it out.
Yeah.
Well, how does it feel that the quietest kid on earth took your job? So, no, I was kidding.
If we could only get you to speak into the mic.
If we could only get you
If James actually heard that.
to talk a little.
What's the handle on the so-called
Genius Jags.
yeah.
Yeah.
Genius?
Yeah.
I could see that as well.
Yeah, man, that's how we do it, man. Just burner accounts for days around here.
If you're not James, Genius Jags, like say something that proves you're not James.
Nah,
Just do the spoon test. Just hold up a spoon.
it definitely is. All right. So I want to get you guys' opinion about something. They came out with the Vegas odds on our win-loss for each game this year. And honestly, it's kind of impressive for us.
Was it 2 games we were favored at?
No.
Maybe.
We're favored at Indianapolis by almost over 2 touchdowns.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're at minus 6.5 at Indy. So that means like they think that we're gonna cover by 7 points.
Well, if you look at the numbers last year, 6 of our games that we lost by less than a field goal.
Yeah.
4 of those 6, I'm sorry, less than a touchdown. 4 of those 6 we lost by less than a field goal. If you don't think bringing Foles in can help you at least get more than a field goal or a touchdown, I mean, that's 4 to 6 games easily.
Yeah.
And I think he's at least good for that, whether he's going to take us to the Super Bowl or not. So,
all right, so I want to play a quick game with you guys.
Ooh, I don't like games.
I'm going to say the team, and you're going to tell me if we're favored and by how much.
Wow.
Okay? All right, so week 1, Kansas City at home.
No, not
Kansas
favored.
City.
By how many points?
3.
5.
4. Split the difference.
In between.
Okay, at Houston.
Houston.
How many points?
2.
3.
3.5.
Right.
Tennessee.
That's home, right? The first one?
We're home, yes.
I think we're favored.
What do you think?
Push. I don't remember.
How many points do you think?
3.
3. Spot on. Spot on.
Which is nonsense because we're not going to beat them, but whatever.
At Denver.
Favored.
Denver.
3 points.
Mm.
Carolina. At Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina.
How many points?
4.
3.
3.5. Split the difference. New Orleans at home.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
How many points?
3.
6.
4. At Cincinnati.
Favored.
Favored.
Points?
4.
3.
It's a pick 'em, actually. It's a pick 'em
Yeah.
at this point. All right. New York at home.
Favored.
Favored.
How many?
6.
5.
4.
4. Wow.
Yeah. All right. Houston in London.
Favored.
Push.
It's a pick 'em.
Pick
Good
'em.
call.
Yeah.
Yeah. At Indy.
Definitely not favored.
Can you say this one?
Yeah, but we're not favored. I said we were, but
So
we're not.
They're favored by 6.
They're favored by 6.5.
I figured you read that wrong.
Yeah. Okay. At Tennessee.
Not favored.
Tennessee 3.
3.
Yeah.
Are you looking at it?
Yep.
Tampa Bay at home.
Favored.
Favored.
How much?
6.
5.
4.5.
1.5. Okay.
LA.
Which one?
Home or
though?
away?
It's the Chargers.
Chargers?
Home.
Chargers home.
Not favored.
Overtime win again. 3.
They were not favored by 2.
That was
1.
prediction.
All right. There's only 2 left. At Oakland.
Definitely favored.
Favored.
Pick them.
Really? That's embarrassing.
Yeah. And last one, week 16 at Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, definitely Atlanta.
How many?
4.
Yeah, 4.
5. Come on. You couldn't just one up them?
I mean, it's all the same
Yeah.
at that point, man. I mean,
So all in all, Vegas has us favored in 1, 2, 3, and then we're in 3 pick'ems.
but none of those games are less or more than 7 points.
No, none of them. Yeah, there's only one. 6.5 Indy
So
is
it's
the
a
biggest.
touchdown
5
game
Atlanta.
every single game we play at this point.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Nick Foles is clutch, so I'll take that.
That's true. That's a good point.
I mean, I don't think we've like really.
Well, he's Brock Osweiler.
I don't think we've really like. I mean, if you're looking in the media at what he's done at this point, he's done nothing but come in and take over the leadership role. Which I mean, you can say what you want about Bortles. I was a big Bortles fan, but he was never that guy. Like he didn't have the clout to be that guy. Like he was the guy that like I'll work my butt off. I'll show up and do whatever anybody tells me to, and I'll take like the bullet for the team. But he was never that guy that was like, I'm the leader, and I'm going to show you that I'm the leader. Foles has shown up and he's like showing up at people's houses. Like he's coming
That's
up
awesome.
like, hey, here's the playbook. Let's go over it. I don't care what you're doing right now. Stop playing PlayStation. Like, and he can do that because he's a Super Bowl MVP. Like,
Well,
that's the
Nick
difference.
Foles showed up at Fournette's house. Is that what it was?
Yeah, he showed up with the playbook and said, hey, dude, we're going through the playbook.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Like right now.
That's awesome. Well, Superhood 1800 on YouTube says Duval can't wait till the season starts. I think Foles will be great.
I can't wait for the season.
I mean, he can't be worse.
I think, but he says he thinks he'll be great.
I think he will be too.
I think he'll be too.
I don't want to wish my summer away, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
I am super pumped about going to games.
He's a leader. He throws a spiral, and he's got a good resume in the past couple of years. So, I mean, dude.
Smart, accurate.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
A
excited.
good guy.
I'm
Like, I
excited.
mean,
I went from like being like that was not a good pick or not a good signing to like now I'm like
I mean, otherwise
Jags
we.
subreddit hated it. They hate
it was a lot of money. 88 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
It's a
But
$2
dude,
to $50 million
relative-
We talked about though that's the biggest
It was
free agent signing ever.
Yeah.
Multi-year.
But relatively speaking, not a lot for a franchise quarterback if that's what he's going to be. Or even not even a franchise.
Like $22 million per year is what it was.
What if it's 4 years at $88 million?
And it's cap friendly this year, and it's cap friendly on the back end like everything else is. So.
And we're stuck in for a minute though.
We are.
I mean, but I think he'll be good. Like he's sold
I do.
me. I think he'll be good.
Yeah. And Minshew, man. The Minshew.
Gardner, my boy Gardner Minshew.
Gardner.
I hope we don't see him throw a pass this year.
What?
Hey, but if
If we're dominating people,
here's a question. I like to have my own Twitter questions. If we are thin at running back and everybody goes down, can the Minshew not step in and take some snaps at running back?
Maybe Tim Tebow.
He's got some man thighs, right?
have you seen those thighs?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If he gets low, like Maurice Jones-Drew,
Exactly.
drives through the pile.
Exactly. And who knows what he's going to do if he catches the ball? He might throw it, might run. Who knows?
Quarterback offense. I like that.
That's some gimmicky crap right there.
Exactly.
I like it.
Could work
I
for
like
a
it.
game or
I'm a
two.
gimmick guy, to be honest with you. All right. Well, any other thoughts, questions?
Let's see here. What do you think Yannick ends up getting paid money-wise?
God, man.
What did DeMarcus Lawrence get? 90 million?
I think it's going to be 100.
Or over 100? He got over 100, right?
Yeah, he's going to get, what, 20 to 30 guaranteed, and he's going to get 100 million over 4 years, right? Isn't that kind of the norm?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume he's going to get 4 years, 110, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. DeMarcus Lawrence got 5 years, 105 million.
Yeah.
48 million guaranteed.
Oof.
Wow.
God, that's a lot.
That guaranteed hurts. But, dude, he's worth it, man. He's earned it. If you earn it, I don't have a
he's good
problem
against
with
the
it.
run and the pass, though.
Yes.
Ngakoue, it's not really that good against the run.
But, dude, he does whatever you ask him to do. He's a team player. He's that guy. You
Is
can't let-
Is Ngakoue DeMarcus Lawrence?
Better. He has more
I think he's
sacks.
better.
No.
He's not Calais Campbell,
No.
I mean, I
There's
think
not many of
Lawrence
those guys.
No.
It's probably better against the run, but I think Yannick's a better pass rusher.
I don't know. Ngakoue has a tendency to disappear. I love
No,
Ngakoue.
dude, come on.
He does.
He averages 8 sacks a season.
But what did he have last year?
but 7.
9.5,
Was that high? I thought it was 7.
What did he have the year before?
13.5.
Yeah.
So how does he average 8 over the last 2 seasons?
I said in his career he averages
Oh.
over 8.
Okay.
Dude,
so-
I mean, dude, he shows up.
All right, so this is his market value. So there's a website, SpoTrack, and it gives their free agent projection. It's saying they think he could get a 5 year, 89 million. So that's a lot of money. I'd pay him that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Full
it's worth
discount
it.
almost.
Yeah.
I'd kind of like to go back to that because we kind of like glanced over it, but just not with Yannick, just in general. Do you guys see a value in OTAs?
There's value there, but I feel like it's decreasing in value each year
You think so?
because of all the injuries that are happening. I mean, we just saw Reuben Foster went down for the year with an ACL injury.
Not a bad thing
Like-
for that guy.
But is what you're getting worth that?
Well, I think you have to kind of segregate it between the guys you know what you're getting out of them and the guys that you don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's hard to know, like when they're young or like, you know.
and then you mix it in. Like I've really been into this because I'm all about I think if there's practice going on, you should be there regardless of who you are. That's my philosophy just from like the get go. But I've kind of like tweaked that because, dude, if you're Jalen, you don't need to be there because you're that much better than everybody else. And I don't want Jalen getting hurt. And I get that and I understand that. That's fine. But there's only so many Jalens. Like if you're not a Jalen, I think you need to be there, like doing it. So that brings it to the question of, is it worth doing those, period, at the chance that somebody's going to get hurt? I mean, there's not a lot of contact. You know, you're wearing shorts, but you hear the ex-players talk about it, and they used to have to do like 2-a-days like for that. And like they get in there and they used to get mad at the rookies because they're going too hard and stuff like that. But if you're an undrafted rookie free agent or you're on the borderline rookie, dude, you have to go hard every time. You're trying to get a job. So if they don't have those OTAs, that's less chance for those guys to actually get a spot on a team. So, and some of those guys turn out to be something.
Yeah.
So it's really a catch-22, man.
Yeah. Sometimes they're good for a little bit. Sometimes they're good for a while.
So I mean, I think it's one of those enigmas. I mean, it would be gone if it was completely not worthless. Don't you agree?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely value there. It just seems like the injuries are just more and more every year to where you're asking yourself, is this worth it?
Who got hurt last year? Nobody.
I mean, on our team, we lost.
Hunter Henry towards ACL.
Yeah.
There's always a few players. That
Yeah, but I mean, like
unfortunately
legitimate players. We lost Lee in the preseason game.
Preseason, yeah.
So I mean, that wasn't even OTA. So I mean, I think you kind of have to have it. But I think the players are going to push for it not to be there, like quick, like the next players union
More
meeting.
film study and stuff like that, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are all working out on their own. Like,
Oh, that's the thing. Like,
they're not. I mean,
You can't simulate hitting another human.
but they're not hitting right now. Like,
but even with workouts,
Ruben
though,
got hurt like when non-contact.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
even working out on your own, there's only so many like individuals, no matter what you're doing, whatever your job is, that are capable of the self-like direction to push themselves as hard as they can possibly be pushed. And the rest of them are doing something less than that. You're in a group with a trainer, like getting pushed, you're working out way harder than you are if you're doing it by yourself for the most part for most of those people. So I don't agree that these guys are doing it all on their own.
well, okay. I mean, it's good. I mean, every team wants it, and you hope the injuries don't happen, but they do. And they were talking about it on Pro Football Talk the other day that it's like some team is going to get hit with injuries every year. And they even talked about the Jaguars being that team last year.
Yeah, we got crushed last year.
Yeah, so like this just it's kind of like a dice roll. Like every year there's a good team that just gets decimated with injuries, and it just sucked that was us last year.
How much you can do about that, though, unfortunately.
No, there's really not.
Jason, I love the fact that you left this last Twitter question off of the podcast. Why is Jason wearing a Orlando Magic tank top?
Hey, they made it to the playoffs.
First of all, it's
Great
not
question.
a tank top, it's an actual jersey.
What's a jersey, which is a tank top?
No, it's a little different. It's a jersey.
How's it different?
Secondly, my boys made the playoffs this year and took a game from Toronto in game one.
Is that a Penny Hardaway jersey?
This is actually a JJ Redick jersey.
Clay.
My boy JJ, who has been tearing it up in the league for a long time now.
Are you still playing?
Oh yeah, he's still playing.
All right.
Yeah,
Paid
Is that
$20 million.
yeah, he's getting a fat paycheck.
Yeah.
Player coach?
No, he's playing. He's
right.
playing. But no, I mean, I'm a Magic fan. Those of you that listen to me, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I'm a
He's
Magic
trying to
fan.
steal the whole UCF Jaguar thing, the whole Orlando
Well,
Jag
we
thing.
love UCF Jaguar on here, and if I could steal some of his subscribers, we would because
bring 'em on.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can bring him on, I think.
So,
Buku.
but yeah, so I mean, I think that's it. Is that it for y'all?
I think we're good.
Well, hey guys, thank you for listening. Episode
We
68.
just got a Duval from UCF Jaguar, by the way.
Did we?
On the chat, yeah.
All right, UCF
Duval.
Jaguar, Duval. Thanks for listening. We will catch you guys next week. We record every week, and we love doing this. Make sure you follow us on our Twitter at Another Jags Pod, because that's like the best way to send your questions. You can send them on YouTube too, but Twitter, we 100% will read them.
If you want to answer from me, put it on YouTube.
When is the positional thing start? By the
Okay,
way?
so we're going to start doing, we usually start in June. So it's coming up, right? Because we're at the end of May.
I would say next episode, maybe,
Jim Hunt
right?
season.
Yeah, it might be next episode.
I think it might be.
honestly. Okay, so we go position by position breakdown.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, I don't know what we're going to start with.
QB, we got to start with.
Yeah, I think we'll start with quarterback. So we go position by position on who we have on our roster. We don't just talk about Foles. We talk about Minshew, Mago, Lee. We talk about all of them. And we talk about chances of them making the team, what they bring to the practice squad. I mean, we really dissect them. So we like to shoot the crap here when it's just us, but we really can get into the X's and O's when we want to.
This segment, these like what, maybe 5-6 segments,
Yeah.
will be in depth. Not your average Jaguar fan, like goofing off.
Like prepare to be educated
Yeah,
on
this will be, hey,
football
if you
X's
want to know
and
about
O's.
what
NFL
position
Game
group we
Pass season.
have.
I like it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, like you're gonna really enjoy it. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure to follow us. Make sure if you on iTunes, give us like a 5-star rating. Did you know that we're a 5-star podcast? Really? We are a 5-star podcast.
I mean,
and we want to
doubt
stay
it.
that way. No, I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
Look at y'all.
You 5-star man.
I'm a 5-star man. So give us a 5-star rating, and thank you again for listening. And as always, go Jags.
Go Jags.
Jags.